plaintiff, Belinda Petty, says the defendant is dating her granddaughter, and she has always treated him like a son. Belinda claims the defendant was arrested after he assaulted her granddaughter when she was pregnant. So Belinda bailed him out, but she's suing because she has yet to be repaid. Defendant Dylan Blanc and his girlfriend Haley Powell say he has never felt welcome by Belinda and feels like she's constantly looking down on him. Dylan insists he never asked Belinda to bail him out, and he only agreed to repay it because Haley threatened to leave him if he didn't.
Start with you. Want to give me some background on the
Dylan Blanc is my granddaughter's boyfriend. Apparently they attended the same school together. That's how they knew each other. They rehooked up in their 20s and found out that they both had something very much in common. My granddaughter lost her mother, my daughter, in 2013, excuse me. And apparently Dylan lost his brother in the Colorado theater shooting in 2012. So I think they kind of connected on a deeper level through their grieving process, and out popped a baby. Well, my granddaughter and I are very close. She says I'm her best friend. Dylan, I've taken into my heart. I lost my son at 25, and
so you've kind of treated him as a son.
Hasn't felt like it.
You give me some background.
So, Your Honor, after I got back with Haley and I met her grandmother, I've never gotten any good vibes. I've never felt comfortable in her house or around her. I've never felt welcome around her. I've just always felt like I am out of place.
What made you feel that way?
Just the vibes, the feelings, the way I get talked to. I feel like I get looked down on.
Give me some examples of how you are talked down to, if you will.
Well, it's not so much talked down to. It's not being spoken to, not being treated like I am there.
So you come in and they won't speak to you?
Correct. I get rude comments whenever I do speak. I mean, I'll be sitting in her house for hours, won't get spoken to.
Defendant Dylan Blanc and his girlfriend Haley Powell are being sued by Haley's grandmother, who claims Dylan was arrested for assaulting Haley when she was pregnant.
What do you have to say about that? You say your grandmother treats him rudely?
I know there's been, like Dylan said, bad vibes, and she's my grandma. I love her. I always will. But I really don't think she has given him a fair chance. Yes, we had something bad happen, which is why we're here now. And I think because of that, they just haven't treated him with, not so much respect, but they just haven't given him a chance or treated him very nicely. It's just always been kind of rude.
Give me some examples, because what he said was he comes in the house, he sees them, and they don't speak.
It's true, like, they don't really talk to him too much. It's like, they might hi, or, something simple like that. Or when we go out,
what does he do?
He'll say hi back, but he's kind of just shy and sits kind of back. So I guess,
And he's doing it.
Oh, yeah, okay, well, I guess,
You
he
don't
could
blame
try
him.
harder.
You just said he's the one that's shy.
Well, I mean,
if a person is shy, what are you
I
going
would
to do?
be too, though.
Pull it out of him?
Well, like I said, from the beginning, it's been like that, just kind of rude. And if I were him, I would be more quiet too, if that makes any sense, just not put myself out there.
He's withdrawn?
Yes,
when he comes around?
Yes, that is much better.
And you think that's because he believes people look down on him? Or do you have a different upbringing or a different social status or economic status? Well, a lot of times folks who don't think they fit in, they withdraw. And then they say, I'm withdrawing because they don't like me. When they might not feel that way. Did I let you eat when you come over?
Yeah.
Well, they let you eat. So you give a shot at coming out your cage, all right? You give a shot at it, and let's see how that works out. Because I got news for you. If they look down on you and didn't feel comfortable with you coming around, they would find a way to discourage it, all right? And you still coming around, and you're getting food. You certainly wouldn't get any food. Grandma cooking dinners, am I right or wrong?
And I make sure he has olives. They're his favorite every time I feed him.
You're getting your favorite. Tell me about this money, because she probably give you some money too. Tell me about the breach of contract.
Well,
What happened?
March of 14, Haley came to me early morning and said Dylan had been arrested. And apparently, according to the DA and witnesses, he had gotten drunk. He just turned 21. You know how that goes. And they had gotten into an argument, and she took off out of the house. And he threw her, she was pregnant, and he threw her down on the ground and choked her. And there was evidence.
How did he come to owe you?
I bailed him out of jail. I did not realize that.
Sound like somebody that doesn't like you, look down on you, rude towards you. You jump on their relative, choke her granddaughter. You go to jail, drunk. She puts up money to bail you out. People who don't like you, who look down on you and want to get you out of the way, they don't do that. If that's what occurred, let me hear your side of what occurred.
This is exactly what happened, except I feel I didn't ask her to bail me out. I had no clue I was getting out of jail. She was at her house, and she was so upset that she made the decision to bail me out. And if I would have known it was her, I wouldn't have asked it.
Why do you think she did that?
Because of how upset Haley was.
She bad.
Didn't know what to do.
But if she didn't like you, do you think she would care about how Haley felt?
No.
Right. So she likes you. And she helped you. And today you say you didn't ask her, but did you agree to repay her?
Yes,
that's
out
the
of
question.
distress of losing my family.
Out of distress.
Of losing my family.
Or duress is what you're saying.
Duress, sorry.
What did she do to hold over your head to get you to agree to pay her something you don't believe you owe? That's what you have to prove. That
it wasn't her, it was Haley, because Haley was stuck in the middle of it all, and she didn't want to have to pick a side or anything, and she was going to leave me if I didn't sign that letter because it was going to mess up the relationship.
She had you sign it under duress.
I did push for it, yes.
Defendant Dylan Blanc and his girlfriend Haley Powell are being sued by Haley's grandmother, who claims Dylan was arrested for assaulting Haley when she was pregnant.
Let me see, you have a document involved?
Yes, I do.
Who drafted the document?
It was done under notary at the bank.
But you initiated
yes,
having it drafted, right?
Yes,
saying I
after
want my
2
money.
years, I couldn't
and
even
here,
get a
sign
penny.
this because I want my money.
Right.
Did he ever tell you no?
No.
Right. You never told her no. Did you ever tell her no?
No, I didn't.
Right.
No, I didn't.
And she didn't put anyone under duress. She put you under duress. You have to sue her.
No.
I'd never do.
Well then,
No way.
she didn't do anything to you. She the one told you she'd cut you off if you didn't pay this thing. Isn't that what you told her? Tell the truth.
Yeah, kinda, yes.
Kinda. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. She said, sign this. No, don't come back in this room. Is that how it happened? That's just how it happened. Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
Glad this is done and over with.
I am too.
And I think families should not fight over stupid stuff.
Yes. And Dylan, look at me, please. You don't have to be so angry. I love you. See?